Tigerland has students questioning the safety of ride-sharing apps.
We'll tell you exactly what it takes for a Greek organization to get kicked off of campus.
And an LSU baseball icon has shared some big news.
We have all this and more. Newsbeat starts right now. Good evening and welcome back to Newsbeat. I'm Britt LaFaso.
And I'm Alexia Tropolis. Thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with some shocking news of an attempted kidnapping. A woman leaving Tigerland was assaulted late Tuesday night after getting into a car that was posing as a ride-sharing vehicle.
That's right. Police have not said whether the woman was using Uber or Lyft, but the car did have a ride-share placard. Yet the license plate did not match the car she had called. When the woman realized she was in the wrong car, she attempted to escape, and the driver sexually assaulted her in the struggle.
She was then forced to jump out of the moving car near the corner of Nicholson Drive in East Boyd. BRPD spokesperson Sergeant Elgene McKinley warns that this should be a reminder to be careful when using ride-sharing apps.
We want people to know that there are predators out there and to be aware of what's going on, be aware of their surroundings, and pay attention to the vehicles that they're getting into.
And in the wake of disturbing news, a Greek hazing may in the community wonder what it takes for a Greek organization to be removed from campus. Tiger TV's Kendall Duncan and Josh Bowering have the story.
LSU Greek Life has once again made national news. With 9 members of this fraternity behind me, Delta Kappa Epsilon, being arrested, many questions have since gone unanswered. So how does LSU determine the severity of punishment for these Greek organizations?
Media Relations Director Ernie Ballard gave a statement saying, "The outcomes and requirements vary from case to case, but general information on the process followed is in the student code." The Student Code of Conduct defines hazing and outlines the acts, which regardless of the severity constitute hazing. However, LSU does not have a guideline that they follow when disciplining Greek organizations. Because of this, punishments have varied widely based on the severity of the acts of these Greek organizations. 7 fraternities have committed serious acts in the past 7 years, resulting in different consequences, such as purging of members, suspension, and removal from campus. In each of these situations, LSU and the national organizations have worked together to determine the disciplinary actions necessary based on the offenses. During an exclusive interview with Tiger TV, Michael Peters, a chairman for Delta Kappa Epsilon International, explained the reasoning behind closing the chapter at LSU.
The local Alumni House Corporation Board, during the investigation, decided to close the chapter at its next scheduled board meeting. The DEEC board revoked the charters, or the chapter's charter. While not a frequent action, it is not unusual for the board to do so. When a charter is revoked, the local chapter ceases to be affiliated and loses the corresponding benefits.
While facing turmoil, DEEC still hopes to continue their legacy at LSU in the future.
A future petition to recharter the chapter would require the same process and due diligence of a colony, including a probationary period prior to recharter, and would only be undertaken through a partnership with LSU and our alumni to ensure strong alignment among the partners.
President F. King Alexander maintains that LSU is looking to make important cultural changes and remains committed to weeding out dangerous behavior in all student organizations. For Tiger TV, I'm Kendall Duncan.
And when leaders of DEEC's national organization closed the LSU chapter last month, they said they acted, quote, in full support of the Max Groover Act. I dug a little deeper to find out what this 2018 anti-hazing law means for the 9 DEEC members who were arrested.
The 9 members of Delta Kappa Epsilon, or DKE, arrested for hazing last week could be the first to receive the harsher penalties outlined in the Max Groover Act.
We dropped Max off at LSU, an amazing, caring, sweet young man who was starting to spread his wings and start shining his light on the world. Now our family is broken. We will never be the same.
That's Marianne Groover, Max Groover's mother, urging the state to pass the Max Groover Act. In March 2018, the act was signed into law to create harsher penalties for those convicted of hazing.
It's very important to us to get this message to the country that we need to change. Hazing needs to end.
A year ago, the Deke members could have gotten by their hazing allegations with a misdemeanor, a maximum $100 fine, and 30 days behind bars. With the Max Groover Act, anyone convicted of hazing could be charged with a felony and are now subject to $1,000 in fines and 6 months in prison. Right now, the harshest penalties Deke members are facing include felonies for second-degree battery, false imprisonment, and criminal hazing. Other members are facing misdemeanor charges for criminal hazing.
Media Relations Director Ernie Ballard says all 9 Deke members are still students at LSU. The outcome of the university's ongoing investigations into the hazing allegations will determine if the students will be expelled. When we come back, an important LSU building is in critical need of repair.
And Hunter Lovell is here with Tiger TV's weekly segment, Hunting Down the Truth. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Hunting Down the Truth. I'm Hunter Lovell. ROTC's current training facility, the Military Science Building, is in bad need of repairs, and cadets are worried the university is slowly forgetting its rich military history. Take a look.
Go Tigers!
The Military Science Building serves as LSU ROTC's base of operations, and has since the 1960s. But the building is falling apart, plagued with multiple infrastructure problems, which now prevent cadets from performing even the most basic training drills.
We move aside the water buckets that that catch the water when it rains. We have locks on doors. We have to deadbolt them, and we have to do different things like that because we're afraid that someone's going to try to break in.
ROTC recruiting officer Jonathan Price is urging the university to act quickly and repair several problems with the building. Mold and ventilation issues make the second floor nearly impossible to use. The situation is frustrating for Price and other cadets, considering LSU's founding as a military institute in 1860 and gradual decrease in cadet numbers since the Vietnam War.
It just shows you where the priorities of the university are. Ever since then, the Corps of Cadets hadn't been a registered student organization. They hadn't received support from the university. Whenever we tried to do different certain events on campus, they were discouraged.
But the upstairs conditions aren't the only problems that ROTC has experienced. This construction site has been exposed for months now, preventing the cadets from using the space behind the Military Science Building, including the rappel tower and field behind me, and forcing the cadets to seek other means to practice their drills. Standing water in the front of the building where ROTC currently conducts its drills has also been a major complication for cadets since Christmas break. LSU Facility Services says both issues are results of 2 major domestic waterline failures within the past year. Repair crews are digging new lines under the building to connect them to piping on South Campus Drive. The projects are expected to take 2 to 3 weeks to complete, but Facility Services could not provide a clear route ahead for all of the other repairs needed, both inside and out, to the building.
The condition of the Military Science Building is not unlike other buildings on campus that are single-story buildings of that age. We have a deferred maintenance list for every building and limited funding to take care of our buildings on campus.
According to Facility Services, the future plan is to demolish this structure and build a new building on another site where ROTC will be relocated. However, when asked when that will happen, officials couldn't provide a specific timetable, stating, "There is no specific schedule at this time to build a new building and relocate military science."
I believe we're aware. I believe the 2 lieutenant colonels that manage that building have been very clear with us about what they would like to see and their concerns.
Price fears the reality is ROTC will be stuck in the Military Science Building indefinitely, a hardship for current cadets and a deterrent for future ones, as prospective candidates turn their eyes to competitor schools such as Texas A&M and UCF. The answer Price is searching for from the university can be summarized into one word: transparency.
With moving forward into the future, include the sole reason why this university is here, follow up on its word that LSU is a university that honors tradition and respects the military, and then actually go into action, and then let's see the results.
ROTC officers acknowledge that there is a contract between LSU and the Department of Defense for the maintenance and supply of a designated building on campus for ROTC training purposes, but Facility Services could not confirm that such a contract exists. Now, when asked, ROTC could not provide a copy of the contract on their own. Tiger TV submitted a FOIA request and is waiting for a response from ROTC Cadet Command. When we come back, an LSU icon had a harrowing announcement, but says he'll be all right. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back. LSU baseball announcer Bill Franquez revealed Tuesday that he has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, but says that the prognosis is good and that doctors are confident he will beat it. Franquez is known as the voice of Alec Box Stadium and is a well-known figure in the world of Tiger athletics.
He has been the only baseball announcer at the stadium since 1990, and even though he'll miss a few weeks for the surgery, he expects to be back in the box by March. And Bill, from all of us here at Tiger TV, we wish you a speedy recovery and can't wait to hear your voice again. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. For more news, you can keep up with us on TigerTV.tv and on our social media pages. For Tiger TV, I'm Britt LaFaso.
And I'm Alexia Tropoulos. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night, Tigers.